everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 572 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I'm going to be trying out this Giovanni Calming Facial Prime and Setting Mist, and this is hibiscus, cucumber, and fresh rose water. And my sister gave this to me for my birthday, so I don't actually know where she got this. I was just looking it up online and I saw that you could buy it from a few different online retailers that I had never heard of before. And if you bought it at one of those retailers, it cost $8. But I still have to ask my sister about it, but let me know in the comments down below if you've tried this and where you bought it from. If I were to guess, my sister probably got this at a TJ Maxx or Marshall's, but I'm pretty sure I've heard of the brand Giovanni. It says Eco Chic Hair Care. Oh, okay. I thought it reminded me of a hair product I'd tried before. So yeah, I think I've heard of this brand before, but I've never tried out any of their skincare products. It says soothing essences of hibiscus, cucumber, and rose water, set and relaxed skin for beautiful complexion. This is cruelty-free, vegan, infused with natural botanical ingredients, recyclable packaging. That's really nice. And this is big. This is 5 fluid ounces. So right now, my skin is freshly cleansed, so I'm going to use this as both a primer before my foundation and as a setting spray for afterwards. And so I usually will put on a facial moisturizer right after I wash my face, but I didn't do that today because I wanted to see how hydrating this is on my skin. But I wanted to also shout out the new facial cleanser that I've been using that I just used on my skin. So my skin is not feeling nearly as dry as it normally does after I wash it. My lips are feeling kind of dry, but as I've mentioned many times before, I have the most dry lips ever. But so the cleanser that I've been using is this Hanale maybe? Papaya Enzyme Powder Cleanser. So this is the travel set, and it comes with a bunch of these different powder packets here, and it's like a powder that you just pour a little into your hand and then mix it with water, and then it becomes a foam. And it's been working really great on my skin. So I just wanted to mention this so that you know what I just used on my skin. And also because I just think this is so cool. I had never seen a powder cleanser before, and it's perfect for travel, and it does such a good job of completely cleaning my skin. I'll use this at the end of the day after I've had my makeup on for a long time and I have a full face of makeup and I haven't removed any of it. This will take off all of my eye makeup, all of my makeup completely without feeling like my skin is too dry and stripped. So that's all I have on my skin right now, is just that cleanser that I just used. But so I'm really excited to start off my makeup routine today with this product right here. So let me do a little test spritz. Ooh, that is a good mister. That's a really big area of mist. And that smells really nice. I thought it would smell good because of that hibiscus, cucumber, and fresh rose. And it definitely does have that nice, refreshing scent to it. So here we go. Ooh, that's actually one of my favorite mister bottles I've ever used, because you could just do one spray and I feel like it gets my entire face. But then, as you just saw, I did a lot of spritzes and I feel like it did such a good coverage on my skin. I don't need to touch it up at all, but I will just to really make sure I'm getting full use out of this. I'm just taking my dampened beauty sponge and just making sure the product is evenly distributed. But that really does have such a nice, refreshing scent to it. When that just blasted my face, I loved the feeling of the mist and the scent of it. But it's definitely not a super overpowering scent, so I really do like that. And my skin Maybe it's because I was reading that this is calming, but this really does feel so calming to my skin. My skin feels soft, no tackiness to it, which I do tend to like tackiness for primers, but as just a skin mist, you don't necessarily want it to leave that tacky feeling. So this is great for if you weren't even going to wear any foundation, to just put this refreshing, soothing spray onto the skin. As far as the appearance of my skin, I feel like it didn't really alter that like redness or pores or anything like that. It didn't leave any like glow really or any texture effect on my skin. I feel like my skin just looks the way it did before, but it just feels really good. It doesn't feel or look dewy in a way, like it's too overly hydrating. So if you tend to have more oily skin, this could be great, because I actually have very combination skin where I'll be really dry on like my chin and the side of my face, which right now are looking pretty hydrated, but then I can get really greasy, shiny throughout the day along my cheeks and my nose and on my forehead as well. So I'm really excited to see how this product lasts throughout the day. But for now, I'm gonna start out by applying my foundation on top of this to just see how this works as a foundation primer. Oh, okay, yeah, this does say, reveal your most beautiful skin without leaving a shine. And so it's not supposed to give any shiny dewiness to the skin. So it actually lives up to that claim. But so, as always, when I try out a primer, I'm going in with my e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. And so this foundation really lets me know how my skin is looking underneath it, because I use this foundation all the time and I really know how my skin works with this foundation. And it's just a very natural finish foundation that doesn't alter my skin on its own. So I'll be able to tell how dewy and radiant my skin is or how dry my skin is. I can tell, and I'm sure you can kind of see, that this is not blending out super easily. It's kind of leaving splotty marks because my skin doesn't have like that shine really, or that like slickness to it that like makes foundation just like smooth right over. I'm really needing to blend and dab the foundation in more than I have to do with some really like hydrating primers. I also feel like I'm having to apply a lot of the foundation in order to get the coverage that I normally want from this foundation. And I have noticed that the tackier the primer, the less foundation I end up using, because the foundation does just stick onto the skin really well, and therefore I'm able to get more coverage. But right now I feel like I've used a lot of foundation and I have light to medium coverage right now. So trying to build up that coverage over the large pores and redness on my skin. Definitely just not as flawless of a finish as I'm used to. I'm not getting as full coverage. I can still see quite a bit of pore texture, and the foundation isn't looking super even. Like I can kind of see the slightest bit of texture. I'm definitely being very critical of this right now, but I'm just so familiar with how this foundation looks on my skin that I can actually really notice the effect that this primer spray is having. So I mean, I like how it looks. It looks totally fine. I can go out in public and feel comfortable with how my skin is looking, but it's just not the best this foundation has ever looked on me, or the best this foundation has ever made my skin look. And I feel like I have a pretty, not totally matte, but there's not much shine to my skin at all. But it's not looking too dry either. But I do kind of prefer more of that dewy, radiant, youthful glow to my skin than I'm getting right now. But now I'm gonna go in and set the makeup with this spray. So let's see what that does. Oh wow, definitely seeing some glow to the skin now. So I'm just very lightly going over with the sponge to make sure it's all pressed in evenly. But wow, I have just been saying that I prefer more of that dewy, radiant, youthful glow, and this definitely added some nice, healthy glow to the makeup. I really am happy with the look of this and the effect that that setting spray just had. Like, my skin feels really comfortable. It feels hydrated. I actually really do like this as a setting spray. I think that did a really good job of smoothing out the finish of the foundation where I felt like I could see some texture. It looks very smoothed out and natural now. So this ended up working out really well. I think I prefer it more as a setting spray than a primer, just especially for my skin's texture. But I'm going to continue wearing my makeup like this for the rest of the day. So I'm going to do that full wear test, and in the description down below I will put how this worked out for me. And thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.